Morning, all of you. This is Siva Prakash from K.B.N College. Now we are discussing Banking Theory and Practice, Unit-2, Banking System. So, what is banking system? So, unit banking. First of all, so many types of systems are there in India. Unit banking, like branch banking, like group banking, investment banking. First of all, what is unit banking? Unit banking is a system in which a bank operates in a specified area, generally small and limited area. Unit banking is established by the people to fulfilling the requirements of the particular zone in the society, particular area in the villages or urban areas. The system of unit banking is usually generally followed by the USA. Majority of the USA people, they are following unit banking system. So because it is restricted to one area. Unit bank performs its activities through a single office within limited resources, not having any branch office. Usually commercial banks are having branches, different branches at different places, but unit banking not having any branch in the globe, because it is meant for local people requirements. Unit banking is often referred to the localized banking. Localized banking, it is meant for only local area people obligations, local area people requirements. Establishment by the banks, establishment by the unit banking system. So established by the unit banking by the people or corporations, some other bodies, for the sake of fulfilling the local requirements of the people. So it is meant for local obligation. Simply, unit banking is often referred to the localized banking. It is simply we call it as a local bank. So advantages of unit banking. What are the advantages of unit banking? Efficient management, generally efficient management. What type of advantages are there for unit banking? Efficient management. How unit banking performs efficiently. Efficient management. How unit banking performs efficiently, because all people are available at one place, because there is no branch offices. All manpower, all advanced technology is available at one place. We can use in an optimum way. We can use at the most way. That is the reason. So unit banking is working in efficient manner when compared with other kinds of banking systems. Next advantage, based on local needs. The establishment by the bank, the establishment by the unit banking system. So based on the local needs. Basing on the local needs, we are incorporating, we are establishing the banks on the basis of the local needs, so that it is very easy to fulfill the requirements of the local people. It gives financial assistance to the needy people in the local areas, so where bank is located. Elimination of inefficient banks. Next advantage is elimination of inefficient banks. How unit banking is eliminating inefficient banks, so in the society or in the zone. So because of unit banking working in efficient manner, so automatically inefficient banks may be going to wind up. So because of the efficient management, unit banking is efficient, so that inefficient banks may be so wind up so easily. So it eliminates inefficient bank in that area. Next advantage, check on monopolies. So it restricted to monopolistic competition, because unit banking system restricted monopolistic competition in the society, monopolistic competition in the area. No delay in decision making. people are available at one place, they are taking daring and dashing decisions at little bit of time. So no danger to economy. Unit banking is depending on the local people's survival. So bank survival depends on the local people's strength. That is the reason it is not showing much impact on the economy. If commercial bank shows much impact on the economy, but unit banking not shows much impact on the economy. Next one is balanced growth. So unit banking is established with the people for the local conditions, fulfilling of the local conditions, so that if the bank is giving finance assistance at local people basing on the local people requirements, it may give balanced growth. Whereas commercial bank, it is meant for the entire nation or globe. So they are not focusing on a particular zone, but whereas unit banking focusing on the particular zone, it may be helpful to the livelihood at the premises of the bank. Now disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of unit banking system? Lack of specialization. There is no scope of introducing specialized knowledgeable persons in that banks. So people, top management or bottom level management, all are working at one place. There is no scope for introducing specialized knowledgeable people or specialized technology in such banks, because it is expensive. That much of financial potentiality is not having by the unit banking system. Higher remittance cost. If you want to transfer your money from unit bank to another commercial bank or another bank, it charges much amount. It is very risky and much amount. They are charging more amount to transfer our money from one branch, one unit bank to another bank. No geographically distributed risk. So suppose if you take commercial banks, they are distributing their risk. They are scattering their risk throughout the nation or throughout the globe. So, but unit banking not having any other branch, so it is geographically distributed risk is not possible. Geographically distributing the risk of the bank is not possible. No other branches are there, no head office is there. So all the banking transactions done at one place, at window, so nobody is sharing the risk of the bank. Lack of banking facilities in small towns. Usually, so unit banking system established or started by the people at urban areas. So small town, they are ignoring small town people. So it is very difficult. So to establishing the branch unit banking system at small towns. Difficulty in facing economic crisis. So no sharing of risk, so that economic phases, financial conditions or economic conditions, so all the conditions are not in a good manner. Sometimes they may be facing lot of problems regarding the finance, because bank dealing with the finance, bank dealing with the money, so the bank is struggling with losses, the bank is getting losses, they are not facing the financial crisis, they are not in a position to face the financial conditions or financial struggles. Lack of trained staff. So in one branch they have some limitations. They are not supposed to recruit well trained or well specialized knowledgeable persons in that bank, because they are not having that much of financial potentiality or capacity to recruit a specialized knowledgeable persons. Basing on their profitability position, they are recruiting the employees. So unit banking is not facilitating, unit banking is not supposed to recruit trained staff members. After recruitment, they are not supposed to give training. So that is the reason they are facing lot of problems. Next we are moving to branch banking system. So what is branch banking system? Branch banking is the most popular and important in commercial banking system. Like it is a commercial bank. Branch banking is nothing but a commercial bank. So it is the most popular in India, not only India, entire the globe. Branch banking is most popular than other banking system. In branch banking, a branch has a large network branches scattered all over the country. Usually commercial banks are scattering entire the nation, not meant for one place or two places or three places or major cities or minor cities. It is scattering all the branches. It is scattering branches all over the country. It is only possible through branch banking. Branch banking refers to that system of banking in which the bank establishes its head office in some big cities and operates various branches all over the country. So usually branch banking having one head office at a familiar cities in India or in the globe, and remaining branches are established scattered at entire the nation. Entire the nation. Some branch banking, some kind of branch, some kind of banks. So maybe establishing their branches outside India also. Advantage of branch banking. Large scale operations. The possibility of operating banking operations in large scale manner because of branches. The bank having so many branches. It all branches are scattered around the nation. All over the nation, all over the country, having the branches. It is very easy to operate large scale operations by the bank. Geographical spreading of risks. If one bank is struggling with losses, it may be compensated by the another bank, another branch. So it is very easy spreading of risk by the branch banking system. Remittance facilities. We can easily transfer our money with less charges, with less amount or less expenses. So branch banking is facilitating remittance facilities to their customers. Economy in cash reserves. They are having much cash reserves because of when compared with unit banking system, branch banking system or branches are having some kind of cash reserves, some amount of cash reserves in each and every branch. Greater public confidence. Public trusting the branch banking system. Where they go, so they can easily transfer their money, they can easily withdraw their money easily, so that public is trusting very kind data. High banking standard. They are following new technology, they are introducing new technology, they are following highly standard or highly qualified, they are recruiting highly qualified people in that bank because branch banking system having good potentiality, so that they are recruiting specialized knowledgeable people as a management persons. So they are doing banking business in a unique manner because of they are having that much of potentiality, so that they are recruiting, they are introducing new technologies or new persons in that organization. At the same time, they are giving good training. Effective credit control. They are controlling. There are all banking systems are under the control of RBI in India, because RBI is the central bank of our country. So that effective credit control system is followed by the branch banking, because head office making some policies, head office framing some rules and regulations. Each and every bank, wherever it is, it may be urban area, it may be rural area. So no geographical boundaries, no geographical barriers for that bank, so that they may be controlling credit system in an effective manner. Public relations, because it's scattered all over the country, they are maintaining relations with public very easily when compared with other banking system. Equality in interest rates. So universally they are making same rate of interest. So they are not taking into the consideration of backward areas or urban areas or semi-urban areas. They are meant for interest rate entire the nation at one rate. They are fixing the interest rates on deposits or loans, whatever it is, at equal rates. Next, some disadvantages are there. Disadvantages of branch banking. Expensive. So expensive. The branch banking main disadvantage is expensive. It is quite expensive than unit banking system, because of establishment of the branches, providing infrastructure to the branches. It is quite expensive than unit banking system. Difficulty of management. Management is available at one particular area, one particular zone, like regional office, like head office, like some other branches. All the branches having only managers. They are doing the business. So in the absence of AGMs or in the banks, in the absence of RMs, it is very difficult to manage all the things. They are getting permission from the AGMs or RMs basing on the issue. Encouragement to monopoly. It is encourages monopoly. One bank may be leading the entire the nation. It leads to the monopoly. So branch banking having number of branches, it leads to the monopoly. So there is a scope of encouraging monopoly by the branch banking system. Lack of initiative of branch banking, lack of initiative. So lack of initiative, nobody is taking initiation. Nobody is taking initiations voluntarily. So somebody is forcing, they are taking initiations. No branch is taking initiations, no person is taking initiations on behalf of the bank voluntarily. There is no possibility of initiation in such a branch banking. Branches running at loss. Some branches are getting profit, some branches are running at losses. It may be difficult to the branch banking system. Regional imbalances. There is a possibility of regional imbalances by the branch banking. Some banks are well established. Some branches are not maintained by the banks in a proper way because of the potentiality. Some branches are having good potentiality. Some branches are not having that much of potentiality. So suppose urbanization, rural areas and urban areas. Urban area branches having good potentiality because people are doing so many activities like business. So whereas rural area people not having that much of potentiality because they are all depending on cultivation. Farmers are not supposed to give much deposits. Next, coming to next banking system, chain banking system. What is chain banking system? Chain banking is a banking system where the same individual or group of individuals control two or more banks. If you are controlling two or more banks is called chain banking system. Being an individual or a group of individuals, he may be controlling two or more banks. One bank is controlling two or more banks. It is called a chain banking system. Chain banking is an arrangement by which two or more banks, each of which retains its identity, capital and personnel, are brought under common control by any device other than the holding company. So one company or one bank influences two or more companies, two or more banks is called chain banking system. Next one is merits of chain banking. Most suitable to meet local needs of credit like unit banking. Appropriate use of limited resources like unit banking. Exhibit efficient system of management like unit banking. Efficient management system exhibit. So chain banking is exhibit efficient management system like unit banking. Risk taking. So one and only bank, they will take the risk, entire risk, whether it is good or not, they should be take the risk. Cheap system of banking and not too much expensive. It is very cheap than other banking systems. Demerits of chain banking system. Profitability remains limited due to limited risk taking. They are not supposed to take much risk. Automatically profit is also restricted. Profit is also very less when compared with other banking systems. The chain banks generally do not conduct programs of social welfare and other development areas. So like they are not taking any responsibility of societal development programs. That is one of the demerits of chain banking system, like commercial banks. Commercial bank taking corporate social responsibility, but chain banking is not supposed to take any responsibility for the development or for the welfare of the society. This system of banking promotes the tendency of bossism in management. One boss, one nation, one boss, one bank. Similarly, chain banking system dominating other branches or other limited branches. Group banking system. What is group banking? Next system is group banking system. What is group banking system? Group banking system is that banking system in which two or more banks operate under the control of a holding company. So one holding company establishing two or more other branches. One company investing their money in two or more banks, two or more other banks. Under the group banking, two or more banks are brought under the control of the same management through a holding company, like SBI. For example, you take SBI. SBI is a country's bank. SBI is scattering branches throughout the country, all over the country. Some subsidiary banks are there. State Bank of Hyderabad, State Bank of Mysore, like that. All the banks are measured at SBI. Advantages of group banking: efficient management. Here also efficient management facility is available, efficient management system is available through group banking. Adequate liquidity, and a sufficient volume of liquidity they are maintaining. Economically good for the organization. Specialization, it is a possibility of introducing specialization in such banks. Some disadvantages are there in group banking. Rigid control, one man is controlling entire the banks, holding bank is controlling the remaining subsidiary banks. Less mobility of funds, transferring of funds from one place to another place is lesser when compared with branch banking. Few branches, very less branches are having, so group banking system. Next one is investment banking system. An investment bank is a financial institution that assists individuals, corporations and governments in raising financial capital by underwriting or acting as a clients in issuance of securities. Investment banking is a financial institution which giving finance assistance to the individuals or corporations and governments. So in raising of capital, what type of capital they need, what amount of capital they need, they are giving. Investment banking maybe so giving finance assistance to the such kind of individuals or corporations or government entities. Next system is universal banking. Universal banking is a multi-purpose banking and multifunctional supermarket offering both banking and banking and finance services through a single window. Universal bank is multi-purpose or multifunctional banking system. Next system is offshore banking. Offshore bank may be defined as bank situated outside the country of residence of depositor. If somebody is depositing money from outside India, so that is called offshore banking. Last one is multinational banking system. Multinational banks, those physically operate in more than one country. The bank which is having so branches in more than one country, that is called multinational banks.